Hello, this is Shadow Lily. I'm going to demonstrate how I gold farm in Dire Maul East. It's important to note that I'm playing on Turtle WoW, which is a private server that has many changes and additions from vanilla WoW, so this may not translate perfectly to WoW Classic players. First, I'm going to go through the gear I'm using. The biggest improvement I found gear-wise was using as much vampirism as possible. This is a Turtle WoW exclusive. The Bloodvine set was tweaked to include vampirism instead of being best in slot, so it's a great start towards your Lashers gear set. Most of the other vampirism pieces can be found in Lower Karazhan. Some important pieces I'm wearing are Dark Grasp Gloves, Nightwoven Belt, Bloodfang Effigy, Bloodvine Leggings, Deep Shadow Bracers, and Bloodvine Boots, which are both enchanted with additional vampirism, Lasher's Whip and Essence of the Pure Flame, which deals thorns damage to attacking Lashers, and Necronight's Garb. The Necronight's Garb is a great trash drop from Naxxramas, but you can also use the Bloodvine Vest instead. A great weapon from Lower Karazhan is Ansarum's Runeweaver, which has great armor and a bubble that can be very useful, but my Brimstone Staff is just way too good. If you're playing on Classic or can't get this gear set, try focusing on pieces that have high armor and stamina values. Next, let's cover talents. Demonic Embrace, Demonic Aegis, Master Demonologist, and most importantly Soul Link will greatly improve your survivability. Intensity is very important to keep Hellfire going as long as possible. Finally, Soul Funnel, Improved Voidwalker, Fell Stamina, Improved Enslaved Demon, and Shadowburn are vital for the Hydrospawn and Hellcaller part of the farm. I'll wait a second so you can copy this down. Some general tips before we start farming. You should find a mage that can conjure you oranges. This will save you lots of gold on consumables. Create a Hellstone and Soulstone in case you find yourself in a tight spot. Set your Voidwalker to passive and turn off all auto abilities. This way, Lashers don't die before you want them to, and Suffering can be used at any time. The items that will earn you the most gold are the gray ones that vendor for a lot, bind on equipped items, books that can be looted or dropped by Hydrospawn, and herbs. You can earn more gold if you have herbalism, since there's a lot of Dreamfoil, Grom's Blood, and ghost mushrooms around, as well as enchanting, since you can disenchant bind on pickup drops from Hydrospawn. It's important to watch out for treant patrols and elite lashers. They will kill you if they are pulled. Make sure you have at least 80% health before dropping down, or you might die from fall damage. And finally, on Turtle WoW, you can only enter 5 instances every hour, so be careful not to lock yourself out. To demonstrate the safest approach, I'm going to take off all vampiric items and pull groups of Lashers one at a time. With a low item level or no vampirism, it's important to have a Healthstone ready. First, we'll pull the group on the right with an instant cast, like Curse of Agony. Once they make their way around, start casting Hellfire. Keep a close eye on yours and your Voidwalker's health. You may need to sacrifice your Voidwalker or use a Hellstone. If some Lashers are still alive after your Hellfire, you can grab a quick Soulstone to use later. Next, we'll go to this pillar. And be careful not to pull any of the elite Lashers or they will kill you. Heal up, then pull the next group and put your back against the wall. An important thing about these Lashers is that if they are behind you, they will deal critical hits. So make sure they're in front of you or your back is against a wall. Loot and heal up. Then pull the next pack to the same pillar. Now, watch out for the patrols, and we'll head off to the next pillar. Grab any herbs if you can. Heal up, and when the treants go past, pull the next pack over to the side. I got a little close to dying there, so I used Sacrifice and used the opportunity to get some soul shards. There may be a book that spawns here, and it can either have pocket lint, or books that can sell upwards of 50 gold on the auction house. Again, wait for the Guardians to patrol by, then move in front of Old Ironbark. This is a safe spot to heal. Pull the next pack in front of Ironbark. Then you'll notice I didn't have Soul Link on, and took way too much damage. Head over to the back wall, heal and wait for the patrol to go by. Then, pull the Lashers to the back wall. Next, head north towards the second to last pack of Lashers. There is a book that may spawn here, so keep an eye out for it. When the patrols are out of the way, pull the Lashers back to the wall. Now we can head back. Be careful for the stealthed elite satyr that can patrol against this wall, although they're pretty easy to solo. Now just heal up and get the last pack. The quickest way to reset the instance and get out is to get someone to invite you to a party, then log out or use the camp command. This will put you back at the Dire Maul West entrance, where you can walk over and repeat. While the single pull approach is safest, it's also excruciatingly boring and time-consuming. So we'll be now pulling multiple groups of Lashers at a time. Special thanks to Vulker for showing me his route. First, we will be pulling the pack to the right, and this other pack, and put my back against this pillar. Since I'm taking more damage from the Lashers, I had to use a second Hellfire there. You'll also notice that my health is significantly higher than my previous pulls, and at times I heal from Hellfire rather than taking damage. Head towards the middle of the room, and once the patrol walks away, we'll grab this pack and the other pack to this pillar, back to the wall and Hellfire. Be careful with these patrols and head towards the back wall. Remember to look out for the book that spawns here. Then, we'll be following this patrol towards Old Ironbark. Again, this is a safe spot to eat and regain health. Once the Guardians patrol past the group of Lashers, quickly grab the 2 packs and head back to Ironbark. I used my Voidwalker's Suffering ability to soak up some damage. The last 2 groups are the only single pulls for this method. Once the Guardians patrol past, pull them over to Ironbark. And remember to look out for that other book that spawns nearby. If it does spawn, you can run over and fight the Lashers over there. Now, be careful for the patrol and head to the last group of Lashers. You should know the drill by now. If you're only here to kill Lashers, you can group up and log out to the entrance here. But I found that I'd hit the server's instance cap often and have to wait around for it to reset. Next, we'll be fighting Hydrospawn. Walk towards this passageway and fight the stealth satyr that patrols the back wall. Put your back against the wall and strafe towards Hydrospawn. I've had my Voidwalker pull the Trickster here a couple times, so putting your back against the wall makes sure that your Voidwalker is as close to the wall as possible. Make sure to set your Voidwalker's Torment ability to auto. This fight is a long one. Just keep your Voidwalker healed up with Health Funnel, and keep Corruption and Curse of Agony up on Hydrospawn the whole fight. At 75%, they will spawn 2 Hydrolings. Use Death Coil and Shadow Burn to finish them off quick. They do constant knockback, so you won't have any time to cast. If either of those spells are on cooldown, use your Wand or Curse of Agony. Then, when Hydrospawn is around 40 to 50% health, you can start doing some more damage since your Voidwalker will most likely be running low on mana. Cast Incinerate, Shadow Bolt, and Shadow Burn to finish them off. Now, you can disenchant or vendor the items. Finally, we'll be taking on Wildspawn Hellcallers and their packs of imps. You can dismiss or sacrifice your Voidwalker because we'll be enslaving the Hellcaller. If at any point Enslaved Demon falls off the Hellcaster, you're most likely going to die. So it's good to have a Soulstone on. Once the Hellcaller is enslaved, use its Rain of Fire ability. And once the imps change target, start casting Curse of Agony on each of them. This helps kill them before the Hellcaster dies, or the spell falls off. You can also cast your own Rain of Fire to kill the imps faster. An enslaved demon won't drop their loot, so heal up, dismiss, and kill them quickly. There's a few herbs that spawn in this room and the upper floors, so keep an eye out for those. Rinse and repeat for however many packs you want to kill. And then you can group up and log out of the dungeon. Learning how to farm Dire Maul East takes time and you will likely die a lot. So, you can run up this crack in the wall to get back to the instance faster. Dying is also a good opportunity to reset the dungeon without needing to get someone to invite you to a party. You can use this command to reset instances on Turtle WoW. There is a way to do a triple pull, but it requires good gear and timing for the patrols. Let this patrol walk by. Look for the other patrol to be in a good position. Pull these 2 closest groups. Then the far group. Once the 2 groups are bunched up, cast Suffering to soak up some damage. Right before your Voidwalker dies, cast Sacrifice. Keep Hellfire up and hope that it all worked. Well, I hope this video helped, and enjoy your repair bills.